What's up, people that love fighting? Welcome back to another reaction video. Today we're reacting to cocky fighters getting knocked out. Yeah,
it's a good feeling, man. It's a good feeling.
Yeah, and let's just get right into the video without further ado.
It's always a good feeling to see your favorite athlete win. But there's something even more special when you get to see a cocky fighter get knocked out. Today we will be taking a look at times when
this guy
goes wrong.
This guy's actually
MMA
good. Yeah,
edition.
this Brazilian.
The first item on the list is perhaps the most well-known case of instant karma in MMA. This was for the Nitro Bantamweight belt with Ben Nguyen against Julian Wallace, also known as Jules the Jackal. During the face-off, Julian gets in Ben's face and walks him down, with Ben maintaining composure. The fight lasts less than 30 seconds with Ben coming out aggressively, throwing a
Wait, and the fact that it was even the defending champion. Like it was the
yes, that's true.
Composure.
No wonder
the fight lasts less than 30 seconds with Ben coming out aggressively.
No wonder it was so cocky.
The fight lasts less than 30 seconds with Ben coming out aggressively, throwing a barrage of punches before knocking Julian out cold. It was reported that Julian said he performed so poorly due to an anxiety attack he had at the time. In 2016, he lost his MMA contract with XFC after pleading guilty to charges of assaulting his girlfriend.
So you can assault your girlfriend, but you get ass whoops.
And why is he even giving the excuses after?
Like, bro, you lost. Shut the fuck up.
Because she brought the
she
wrong
brought the wrong
dinner
dinner.
home. Since
what
then,
the fuck?
He has opened a barbershop that only caters to men with no women being allowed in. After receiving global attention due to his impressive performance, Ben received an offer with the UFC. There, he had wins over Ryan Benoit, Alp Osterlich, Tim Elliott, and Jean Herrera. Unfortunately, after going 4-3, he was released from the organization.
He lost 3.
Ben has since signed with Japanese MMA organization Rizin. The second item on the list is Paulo Costa versus Israel.
Yeah, I saw this one. But how would you lose to this? I mean, with this, he has reach, but reach alone is not enough.
Like, look at this guy's body. Like, if I was
are they with the same weight?
That's what I'm saying. If I was just seeing it, I'd be like, no, they're not in the same weight class.
Sanya. Costa is a knockout artist who at the time was tearing up the division with an undefeated streak of 13 wins, 11 of those by knockout. Leading up to the fight, there was a lot of trash talk from Costa.
I will make him cry. I will hit him very badly.
I think we watched this.
And he will cry like a baby.
At the stare down, he even brought out a white belt to mock Adesanya. During the fight, Costa sticks his tongue out, taunting Adesanya. He then places his hands behind his back and tells him to come in. The showboating continues, from smirks to Costa flat out telling him to kick harder. In round 2, the smile slowly fades away as the pain piles up. Adesanya lands a nice kick and
that's what it does.
Yeah, that's what it
kicks.
It kicks the left
red. It gets so weak.
Costa pulls a face mockingly. He turns up the pressure and begins to throw big combinations onto Costa.
Damn.
He then lands a clean shot that drops Costa and finishes the fight off with ground and pound.
Yeah.
Next up on the list is Holly Holm against Beth Carrera. Holm is a very technical sound striker, well known for her punching combinations and devastating kicks. She has become the first and only person to ever hold a world boxing title with the UFC title. She is also well liked due to her humble nature.
And anything can happen, and I'm very capable. And I'm walking with every bit of confidence into this fight. Confidence without being cocky or overconfident. I know I'm up against the best fighter.
Carrera is a former title contender and likewise an effective striker. During the fight, both fighters are very cautious. In the third round, we see Carrera call Holm to come in and to fight her. She calls her on again, and Holm responds with her famous head kick, followed by a punch to the head.
She came in.
But man, I think this is just like mental, what's it called? How did they say?
Calls her on again, and Holm responds with her famous head kick, followed by a punch to the head to finish her off. This was such an important win for Holm, as it broke off her 3-fight losing streak and put her back on track for a title run. This isn't the first time Betche has been trying to intimidate her opponents. For UFC 190, she went up against Ronda Rousey for the Women's Bantamweight Championship. It was reported that Carrera made a comment about Rousey possibly committing suicide if she lost the fight. This hit close to home with Rousey, as that is how her father died when she was younger. Carrera denied ever knowing that before making those comments and later apologized over the matter. Dana White spoke to a media outlet saying that Carrera absolutely knew that and she was playing mind games with Rousey. During the stare down before the fight, we see Carrera saying to Rousey, "Don't cry." The fight lasted just 34 seconds, with Rousey throwing bombs after bombs before landing a right hand to the temple to knock her out.
Wait,
After
again?
only winning 5 bouts out of 11 within the UFC organization, it has been reported that she will retire after finishing up her remaining fight on her contract. Before we go to the next knockout on the list, we'd like to ask you to let us know in the comments below if you are enjoying the video.
We are.
Another satisfying knockout is Joe Harding, who was brutally KO'd by Johan Sega while showboating. Harding displays poor sportsmanship.
This guy.
Yeah.
This guy showboated.
To touch gloves, followed by a dirty leg kick. He does
he kicked instead of
higher first. We see him trick his opponent to touch gloves, followed by a dirty leg kick. He does manage to land a nice overhand right and mugs at the audience. His antics did not stop there. He goes from taunting his opponent with his hands behind his back to even dancing inside the ring. Sega does not let this get to him.
While he was dancing, that was when he kicked him. I watched this. I saw this.
Then in the third round, Harding starts dancing and Sega lands a high kick that knocks him out.
Nice fucking one.
Harding starts dancing and Sega lands a high kick that knocks him out cold. The crowd goes wild and Sega becomes a new BCMMA featherweight champion. The next item on the list is Anderson Silva against Chris Weidman. Silva, at the time, was an unstoppable force in the UFC middleweight division. Silva was on a 16-fight winning streak within the UFC, with 11 of those being title defenses. He was a big favorite coming into his first fight against Weidman and was yet to lose in the UFC. The fight starts off with Weidman getting an early takedown and landing some ground and pound. Silva manages to break free and back to the feet. From here, the showboating begins. Silva then just stands there with his hands on his hips, seemingly relaxed. Throughout the rest of round 1, Silva's constantly showboating and signaling Weidman to try to hit him. In round 2, he continues to toy with his opponent. Silva gets touched with a shot and pretends to be wobbly until Weidman clips him on the jaw, knocking him out cold.
Wow.
Shot and pretends to be wobbly until Weidman clips him on the jaw, knocking him out cold. Weidman takes a huge upset in the UFC middleweight.
That was
What
so
kind
dumb.
of joke is that?
That was so dumb from Anderson. That was so stupid. That was a very stupid act of sportsmanship.
Title. After this loss, Silva was never the same, losing 6 out of his 8 subsequent fights in the UFC, and as a result, was released from the organization. The next fight on our list does not even last 10 seconds. It is Jason Solomon versus Amitesh Chaubey at the SFL. Jason has the most cockiest entrance walk in all of MMA. With the walkout song being a rap song sung by himself, he pushes the showgirls back to do a pre-organized spin routine with his crew. He then attempts to hug an employee before giving him a light slap on the face. While Amitesh is mentally preparing for the fight, he can be seen eyeing him out. As soon as the fight begins, Amitesh throws a counter right that drops him, followed by hammer fist to take the win in 9 seconds. He is then crowned SFL welterweight champion, while Jason is seen still being clueless to what even happened. Our last fight on this list is Hikaru Sato versus Jonathan Ivey.
Don't tell me you lost.
Wait, this guy.
Ivey can be seen.
I know this guy, yeah.
Before the fight begins. During the fight, Ivey pulls a kung fu stance, seemingly to taunt Sato. However, the fight doesn't go long as Sato lands a clean right that knocks Ivey down, with the ref stopping the fight shortly after.
Why did the ref stop that? I'm sorry.
He could not defend himself.
Ivey down with the ref stopping. The fight doesn't go long as Sato lands a clean right that knocks Ivey down, with the ref stopping the fight
it's like when Anderson stood up the last
shortly
time.
after. That concludes our list of showboating gone wrong in MMA. We appreciate you staying all the way till the end. Don't.
Okay. What do you guys think about this comment section, yeah? So, cocky fighters getting knocked out MMA. Tell us more things you want us to react to about MMA or UFC, and yeah, to next time, right?
Peace.